Welcome viewers once again to TV Box Top, the channel for the best reviews in TV boxes, mini PCs and accessories. Today I have an exciting review of a powerful mini PC from Tanix, who we all know from their great line of Android TV boxes. They have now ventured into Windows 10 mini PCs, and this is their latest model called the Tanix TX88. This model packs 8GB of LPDDR4 RAM, 64GB of internal system disk, and can accommodate up to 128GB SSD. So up next, when mini PCs arrive on this channel, it's a two-part video where I briefly focus on its hardware and the Windows operating system. Then I do something very exciting where I convert it into a full-fledged Android TV box, and in this case, the TX88 is going to be running Android on an Intel N4100 CPU clocked at 2.4 GHz. Sounds exciting? Then stay tuned because that's up next. So I'm back, and in the box you get the mini PC itself. You get one HDMI cable, a 12V 2A DC power adapter, a mounting bracket and screws, and a thank you card and your installation guide. And now a look at its design and ports. The body is made of plastic with the Tanix logo printed to the top. To the rear, you have two HDMI 2.0 ports, one RJ45 Ethernet LAN port, a headphone jack, and the DC power input. To the left side, you have two USB 2.0 ports, a micro SD card slot, a power button, and some cooling vents. On the opposite side, you have two USB 3.0 ports, one VGA port, one Type-C port, and some more cooling vents. To the front, you have an LED power light, and below the PC you have four rubber feet, and if you pop these off, you have four screws to gain access to the internal M.2 SATA port. Here you can see they have included a 128GB M.2 SATA SSD. This PC has a fanless design, so all it has is a large heatsink. So I'll now set this up on my TV that I'll be using as a monitor for this review and continue. So I've completed the Windows Startup Wizard and installed all my apps. And here's a look at the basic Windows system information. And here it shows that the operating system is Windows 10 Pro. The processor is an Intel Celeron N4100 with a CPU clock speed of 1.1 GHz. Not shown here is the boost speed of 2.4 GHz. It has a total of 8GB of RAM, and it's a 64-bit operating system. And below here it shows that Windows is activated. For a little more advanced hardware information, let's have a look at the hardware summary of the AIDA64 Extreme app. It shows that you are running on a 64-bit base PC on DirectX version 12. The CPU is a quad-core Intel Celeron N4100 with its base clock at 1.1 GHz. Its display is powered by a 1GB tri-core Intel UHD Graphics 600 GPU. The audio adapter is the Intel Smart Sound technology. For storage, you have a 64GB system disk, and here is the 128GB M.2 SSD, and the brand is 4C. Under network, it shows that you have a Bluetooth adapter, an Intel Wireless AC 9461 dual-band Wi-Fi adapter, and a Realtek Ethernet LAN adapter. And that's it for system and hardware information. Let's now have a look at some benchmarks. First, I have the score of the PC Mark 10 Advanced Edition all-in-one benchmarking app. The TX88 got a score of 1340, and below here you can see the scores from each individual test performed. If you scroll down, this app also has some advanced system information, and here you can see that the RAM type is DDR4 and the max CPU clock frequency is 2.394 GHz. After reviewing the results and having a look at this bit of information, I would go with this app instead of the AIDA64, as it has a much simpler layout and provides more details. With that said, the score generated is an OK score, and we'll see in a moment where it places on the chart. Next, I have the results of the NovaBench app that measures a PC's RAM copy speed and its internal system disk read and write speeds. The TX88 has a RAM copy speed of 8,140 megabytes per second. Its internal system disk has a read speed of 261 megabytes per second and a read speed of 229. For a mini PC, these are some okay scores and they will be added to the chart, which you will see in a moment. Next are the results of the Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark. The TX88 got a score of 396 single-core and 1052 multi-core. These are the results of its Wi-Fi bands and Ethernet LAN speed tests. The TX88 has maximum bandwidth on its 5 GHz band and on its LAN port. The 2.4 band fell below by 49%, and this is on a 100 megabits per second network. The final benchmark are the results of the 3DMark Gamers Bench Graphics Benchmark. This is the result of the iStorm Extreme test. This is the result of the CloudGate test. And this is the result of the TimeSpy test. These are some okay scores, and let's now see where it places on the chart. Well, the scores are in, but currently I only have 2 mini PCs on my chart, and in reference to PC Mark 10 benchmark scores, the Tanix TX88 did better than the last mini PC and is at position number 1. This chart will be populated as time goes on, and you can view this chart on my website in full spreadsheet format where you can interact with it and compare various scores. See the link in the description below this video. Now that all the hardware stuff is out of the way, let's look at some of the things you can do on this mini PC. First, you can install all the Microsoft Office applications. Next, you can protect your PC with any antivirus software of your choosing. You can browse the web with any browser of your choice. Next, for entertainment, you can install Netflix from the Microsoft Store or view it in any browser and watch movies in HD quality. You can watch YouTube videos. The other thing you can do is that you can connect a webcam and use any video conferencing, social media network, or attend a Zoom session. And finally, you can do some light gaming with your favorite gamepad, whether it's wired, wireless with a dongle, or via Bluetooth. However, this mini PC cannot handle large mainstream high graphics games. You can, however, use platforms such as the Nvidia Shield GeForce Now platform and Steam. So that's only the Windows operating system and the many things you can do with it when applied as a mini desktop PC. But as with most mini PCs with SATA expandable storage, you have the option where you can install a separate operating system and enjoy the best of both worlds. Here I've installed Android 9 TV OS using the M.2 SATA expandable storage as a separate secondary operating system, and in no way affects the Windows operating system but has full access to the system's hardware. If you would like to learn how to install Android x86 on a mini PC using expandable storage, see the link to a video tutorial in the description directly below this video. When you install Android on Windows hardware, if you install the right firmware that has the right features, you can convert your mini PC into a Super Android TV box. This firmware, in my opinion, is the best Android x86 firmware for converting your mini PC into that said TV box. It has the right features to ensure that you come close as possible to having all of the features as you would on a regular Android TV box. For the sake of time, I won't go through all these features again in this video, but if you would like to see all of the features of this firmware, see the link to that video in the description below. Let's take a quick look at what happens to the hardware under Android x86. The major difference on the Android x86 is that you now have the CPU running at its boost speed of 2.4 GHz and not 1.1 as we have seen on the Windows. You also have support for 64-bit ABIs, which allows you to run 64-bit applications. If you look on the system, you have 8 GB of RAM, and the app shows that it's LPDDR3 and not DDR4 as shown on the Windows, but it's DDR4 as I've confirmed on the Intel website. Because I installed on the M.2 SATA SSD, I now have 128 GB of internal storage. And below here it shows that I have Bluetooth 4.1 support, and I've already confirmed that it works without issues. With the CPU clocked at 2.4 GHz, the heatsink on the CPU is sufficient and maintains a cool operating temperature around 45 degrees Celsius. So there's no need for an active cooling fan. Even though there are options in the song settings to enable Dolby and DTS audio, in this codecs list I don't see any Dolby or DTS decoders, so don't expect digital surround sound audio output under this firmware. So those are the major differences when you convert this PC into an Android TV box. So let's now look at the performance you get with some benchmarks. First, let's look at the speeds you get from the RAM and internal storage on the Android x86. You get the same performance from the Wi-Fi bands and the LAN port as you had on the Windows. The Antutu benchmark, if you compare it to any regular Android TV box, it is significantly higher. These are the results of the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark. And these are the scores of the 3DMark Gamers Bench GPU benchmark. So the Tanix TX88 has some great performance when you apply it as an Android TV box. Due to the lack of required decoders to play digital surround sound audio formats, the playback of 4K HDR videos are not good under these conditions. The GPU performance, however, is really good, so you can enjoy Android gaming and emulation gaming. In summary, as a Windows desktop computer as it was originally designed for, though it works as it should and you can perform lots of tasks with it, they could have set the base clock speed a little higher. My dual boot to Android x86 project went really well, and it is one of the PCs that can handle this function without issues. So I've come to the end of my review. If you would like to get your hands on the Tanix TX88, see the link in the description below this video where you can get it at the lowest price available online. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Give this video the thumbs up if the information contained in this video was of value, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell before leaving to be notified when I release new videos or decide to do a giveaway. Stay tuned and I'll be seeing you in the next one.